Welcome back to Jank Kitchen. Today I'm just gonna do miso mushroom mac again for two reasons. I got new mushrooms and also I made cheese in one of my previous videos, so I want to use this cheese to lower the overall salt content from the cheeses so I can add more miso. If you'd like to learn how I made this cheese, I'll put a link to the other video in my description. Moving right along to our mac sauce. Here I'm using 250 grams of whey. You can use milk if you'd like. That will just go onto the stove to get heated to a simmer. As that comes to a simmer, I'll weigh out my cheeses. I'm using 150 grams of my homemade mozzarella, 100 grams of Acante, and 50 grams of low moisture mozzarella. This can get tossed into a blender with 2% of our total cheese and liquid weight in sodium citrate. We can also add our hot whey or milk to the blender and 2 to 4 ounces of red miso. This can get blended until glossy and smooth. Mushrooms, what a beautiful thing. I'm just processing these golden oysters by cutting them off the tougher part of the stem. I will wash them because they're pretty buggy, and no, mushrooms do not absorb water when you wash them. That's a myth. We can then cook our noodles in boiling salted water until just before al dente. Oil them to prevent stickage, and I'll mince a couple of cloves of garlic to get sauteed with our mushrooms. Putting half my mushrooms into a pan with some oil to cook till they start to brown. I'll also add some salt and pepper. After the mushrooms start to pick up some color, I'll add my garlic to cook out before I add my sauce and the noodles. These can get finished with some extra mozzarella for cheese pull. While that heats through, I'll go ahead and oil and season my leftover mushrooms and toss them in an air fryer just to crisp up. Our macaroni can then go into a ramekin or a baking dish. Get topped with breadcrumbs that are sauteed in butter and seasoned with salt and pepper, and I'll toss that in an oven at 425 for a few minutes to crisp up on top. We can then pull our mushrooms out of the air fryer and we'll finish those with a little bit of vinegar. I'll also grab my mac out of the oven and top it with some furikake before I finish it with my mushrooms. Now that's a good looking mac. Oh my god. I give it a 9-1. It's right behind the tarragon and peas mac, but it is so freaking good. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed and you'd want to see more mac and cheese, subscribe. Leave a comment if you want to see a mac and cheese in the future.